Have you ever wondered what creates that magical moment when a tiny corn kernel transforms into a fluffy white cloud of deliciousness? Today, we're diving into the fascinating science behind why popcorn pops. Prepare to be amazed by this explosive combination of physics and nature's engineering. Every popcorn kernel is actually a tiny pressure cooker waiting to burst. Inside each kernel is a small amount of moisture, about 14%, trapped within a super hard outer shell called the pericarp. But that's not all. The kernel also contains starch granules and a small amount of oil. When we heat a popcorn kernel, something incredible happens. The moisture inside starts turning into steam, but it can't escape because of that tough outer shell. As the temperature rises to around 350 degrees Fahrenheit, the pressure inside the kernel becomes intense, about 135 pounds per square inch. The starch inside begins to soften and become more flexible. Then, in a spectacular moment, when the pressure reaches its peak, the kernel's outer shell can't hold anymore. Bang! The pressure causes the kernel to explode, turning itself inside out. The rapid release of pressure allows the steam to expand the starch granules into an airy foam that quickly cools and solidifies into the white, fluffy structure we know and love. This all happens in a fraction of a second. The kernel explodes with such force that it can jump several inches in the air. But here's something even more fascinating. The reason popcorn is white isn't because of any artificial process. It's because when the starch explodes, it creates millions of tiny air pockets that reflect light, making it appear white, just like how snow appears white. Not all corn can become popcorn, though. Only a special variety of corn, called Zea mays averta, has the perfect combination of moisture content and hard outer shell needed for popping. If a kernel is too dry, it won't pop at all. And if it's too wet, it'll just split open without creating that fluffy texture we love. That's why some kernels end up as unpopped old maids at the bottom of the bowl. The next time you're enjoying a bowl of popcorn, remember you're not just snacking, you're witnessing a spectacular demonstration of physics and chemistry in action. Each pop is a tiny explosion, a perfect dance of pressure, heat, and timing that transforms a hard kernel into a light, airy treat. And isn't it amazing that this simple snack has been delighting humans for thousands of years? Ancient civilizations were popping corn long before movie theaters made it their signature snack. So the next time you hear that familiar pop, 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 you'll know exactly what's happening inside each kernel. A miniature scientific marvel that turns a simple grain into one of our favorite snacks.